All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're not just going to solve a GCSE maths question. Nope, we're going to crack it wide open, think like an examiner, and show you exactly what they're looking for so you can lock in every single mark.
Ever wonder what's really going on in an examiner's head? We're going to dive into a real exam question and see how just a few specific words pulled straight from the official mark scheme, can be the difference between getting full marks and getting zero. It's that critical.
Okay, so let's get into it. We're breaking down question 9 from the summer 2024 higher tier paper. It's only a 2-mark question, but it's really clever. It's split into 2 parts that test totally different skills.
So you've got part A, which is just a straightforward calculation, kind of like a little warm-up. But then there's part B, and this is where the real exam technique kicks in. It's all about your reasoning, your ability to justify your answer clearly and correctly.
All right, let's start with the easy stuff. Part A is what I like to call the easy win. It's designed to be a quick mark, pure and simple.
And the answer you're looking for, straight out of the mark scheme, is just 7.25.
Now, in the world of exams, this is what's called a B1 mark. It's an independent mark you get just for the correct answer. You don't even need to show you're working, just pop that number on the line, and bam, you've banked that first mark. Easy as that.
Okay, now for part B. This is where things get a bit trickier, where the real technique is needed. You're asked to look at a student's claim, and, this is the important bit, you have to give a reason to back up your own conclusion.
So check this out. The mark scheme itself says, quote, "No, with supporting reason." That's the key. The only way to get this mark is to start with no and then give a solid reason. Just writing no by itself? Yeah, that gets you nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So that leads us to the big question, right? What in the world counts as a winning reason? This is where looking at the mark scheme is like having a secret weapon, because it's unbelievably specific about what an examiner will and will not accept. Okay, let's get to the most important part of this whole explainer. We're going to put winning and losing answers side by side. These are the exact phrases that get you the mark versus the common traps that will cost you everything. Now, have a look at this. These are the exact word-for-word reasons that the mark scheme says are acceptable. If you write any one of these, you are guaranteed that mark. For example, no, the 9 should be recurring. Perfect, that's a full mark answer right there.
And on the flip side, this shows you all the common pitfalls. See this? Any answer that starts with yes is an automatic 0. Same goes if you get your reasoning about rounding wrong. These aren't just random examples. These are the common mistakes students make year after year, and the examiners are specifically told to look out for them.
So, how can you make sure you get this type of question right every single time? It's actually not about doing super complicated math. It's about using a really simple formula that gives the examiner exactly what they are looking for. It really just boils down to a simple 2-step process. Step 1, you write no. That's your starting point. Step 2, you immediately follow it up with one of those winning reasons we just looked at. You do that, and the mark is yours. It's that straightforward.
So the big takeaway is this. Understanding the super specific language of the mark scheme is just as important as knowing the math itself. By following this script, you're not just answering the question, you're playing the exam game to win.
You see, this just goes to show that with the right technique and a little bit of inside knowledge about how these mark schemes work, you can walk into that exam feeling confident that you know how to lock down every last mark. So let us know in the comments, what exam question should we decode next?